They did go by that. Go by that. He's going now. He's got to go by that.
Number 20, Bale.
Go by this coach.
22, Josh White. And 23, Brandon. And for the National Christian Eagles, number 4, Donovan Smith. Number 5, Martise Edwards. Number 10, Matt McClary.
Made it.
Number 12, K.Y. Young. And number 22, Cannon Anderson.
He made it.
I didn't have any first names yet.
Back on the campus of Nashville Christian, this is Mike McPherson along with Coach Jeff Brothers bringing you the doubleheader action of the second game tonight between the Nashville Christian Boy Eagles and the White House Heritage Patriots. And so non-region action, great tune-up game for our guys and girls. And jumping Cannon Anderson, he will be outstretched by Brandlin. And we don't have their first names. We're going to have to do a better job of getting some of this lately. Sometimes the scorekeepers don't always get the first names, and we don't have that here.
I told Miss Harper, our English teacher, that I would just go Shakespeare with their first names, and Horatio, Iago, Mercutio, Romeo.
Teasley is being played way off of, and now they kind of trying to feel out what they're going to do, and now gunning the long-range bomb. Number 20, he nets it. Bell, string music bottom.
Coach, they got some length on their team.
Well, they do. They're tall. They're taller at every position and more. Cannon takes in the lane all the way down, lays it up. No good. High off the board is Big Brandlin, and they rush quickly in the front court. They're not afraid to put it up, but they miss the airball. This miss. Martise quickly to McClary. He fakes. He's going to put up the three also. It's a little short. Anderson battling on the baseline, but White House Heritage comes out of there with it. They are long. Here comes Teasley looking for a cutter, finds one in McDonald, back to Teasley. We're playing way off him. Donovan Smith's got him. He backs up almost to the midcourt line. And they do a little double wheel here as they cut two people off, two high post screens, gunning the three, no good. And here comes Martise with the rebound and the miss. Quickly in the front court, Martise to Cannon.
Good shot.
Over to Donovan, who shot fakes, lays it up with the board. Nice touch, it just didn't roll in. 2-0. White House Heritage leading 6:23 to go first quarter as we just begun action after our girls lost a tough one in the opener.
And Coach, we've had 3 good looks, just hadn't got one to fall so far.
15-footer there by Geese White, no good. We come out of there with it. The general left side takes it all the way and lays it up good with the left-handed move.
Yep, and that time good action from the front court transition, got Donovan down the lane, straight to the basket with some strength, went up and got the layup to break the ice there. We got pushed out of bounds, but they're going to call him on the line.
Misses the three. RK Young got the board and is shoved out of bounds by McDonald right in front of the official, and they get the call. Diagonal screen for the oop. We cover it pretty good. Fadeaway shot on the baseline, nicely made by Bell. They are up 4-2.
Coach, he's got a nice release, and you can tell he's comfortable shooting from mid-range as well as the first three-pointer that he hit. That's going to be something we have to keep our eyes on.
So this will be interesting to watch an offense that has a lot of big guys in it. They deflected away. Teasley coming out of there with it. Stutter steps, takes in. Nice shot fake, getting Anderson up into the air to draw the foul. Jalen Marsh will check in for Nashville Christian. So Teasley, after receiving the deflected steal, takes it length of the court. Nice jump stop and shot fake, which I like. Just wish wasn't on that team. Teasley nicely makes the first toss to give a 5-2 lead. Anderson out of the contest. Jalen Marsh checks in.
And Coach Cannon, the first possession of the game, Cannon did a little crossover dribble, penetrated down the left side, which we're used to seeing. The second time he got the ball, he tried the same exact move, and that anticipation of that is what created that steal.
Second toss also made good, 6-2, 5:27 to go. Donovan, the general, is going to hand to Marsh. Marsh left hands it, hands over to Martise. They shuffle out top. KY Screening rolls, nothing there. Martese takes it in, and it's deflected up into the air, out of bounds, and it will go back to Nashville Christian. 6-2, 5:15 left. We set the play, lob it into KY. KY turns, lays it up nicely in front, no good. Takes it, puts it back up, would not go for him. And White House Heritage comes out of there with it, leading 6-2. Ball on the left side, that's Bale. Bale inside is going to take the ball, and he is going to be getting a foul call in his favor as Nashville Christian collapsing in, and they pick up the foul. That's McClary.
Yeah, and Coach, on that offensive end, really, really good to see KY take that strong move right there to the basket. The shot was off, but really his game is really developing. Nice baseline inbounds play, but missed by Brandlin as they ran it to perfection. He brought it in and came off a inbound screen. Jalen takes it in. He is rejected by Teasley after some contact. It's picked back up by Martese, who sets the floor at 6-2. 4:40 to go. We trail by 4. 4:39 left in the first quarter. Adam Harper check to set to check in. Donovan drifting, 15-footer, no good, but deflected or lost rather off the hands of Bale, and McClary out, Harper in. Harper has got that hair specially treated for this aerodynamic running. We finally get it in. No, we don't. We bang it off the back of the backboard. Donovan trying to get it in. Didn't have room. 6-2, 4:29 to go. So we're off to a ugly struggle here.
Both teams really missing
both
the mark
teams
on a lot of
yeah.
their shots, other than who is it? Bale has hit a couple of good shots, but other than that, both teams struggling.
Nice little screen and roll here, but
Good
stripped
hands.
away by Donovan. Donovan to KY. KY to Jalen, takes it in, left hands it up there. Good, and he was fouled. And a chance for the three-point play, 6-4, 4:09 to go, as a nice defensive play, taking it to the other end as Donovan got a good hand on it, and we get the fast break and the basket. And Jalen Marsh goes to the line. Isaac guns it and gets the
shooter's touch.
Shooter's roll, 6-5, 4:09 to go.
Traditional three-point play there, Coach, and Jalen's confidence level really growing here in these past few games.
So here comes the Patriots into their offense, and there's that Auburn shuffle cut also. They whip it around on top to Teasley. Teasley will gun a three on that left side, banging no good. Donovan up high for the board. Comes roaring out of there with it. Top of the circle with a gun it. No, he takes it all the way and lays up left hand off the board. Good, as White House Heritage failed to control him and nobody pinched. He took it down the lane, and we have a 7-6 lead here in the first quarter, 3:34 to go. Right side quickly. Putting the ball up is Guys White. No good. We coming out of there with it. Here comes Donovan. Ahead 1 point. Stutter steps. 2 stutter steps to Martese. Did he make the three? Ladies and gentlemen, bottom. Timeout. Nashville Christian goes up 10-6. We call a 30-second timeout. Nice momentum basket. And Martese had it all the way.
Yep, and a guy that we've talked about before really likes the assist part of the game. And so to see him take the open shot and to hit it with some good confidence and good touch right there, we're going to need that later as well. So good to see him take advantage of that. And, Coach, I tell you, just the confidence level of our team this last 7 or 8 days really, really just kind of exploding, which is good for us to see. I mean, this is a team in the White House Heritage that's got, like you said, length on us at every position on the floor. They're a good basketball team, a good basketball program, and our guys just playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of assertiveness, and we've built a 10-6 lead here early.
We have a modest 3-game winning streak coming in, so that's nice. So we're going to kind of get into a soft man-to-man, playing back. Let's see how White House Heritage attacks that. Brandlin comes out to set the ball screen for Teasley. He'll try to make a move. He's kicks all in the corner, taking the baseline, laying the ball up good, nicely as Guys White.
Got to help to that.
Nobody helped, 10-8. We're on top by 2, 2:48 to go. The general sets the court. We go 4 across. Harper comes out to set the ball screen. A flare for him. Harper downtown, no good. And out of there, Teasley with it. He's long. Going to come up. He'll want to gun the three, but he stepped on the line. It'll be a long 2. No good. But Donovan gets the ball stripped away by from Brandlin, but then they're going to call the foul
as he
pulled it away. Did they call a travel?
Travel, yep. I don't think the official realized that Donovan actually took the ball away. I think he saw Brandon taking an extra step.
Okay,
he actually lost the ball. I think the official didn't realize that, so he called travel.
Good. I thought Donovan was getting called for a foul, so we come out of there with the turnover, 10-8, 2:25 to go.
Got a weave coming.
Anderson kicks it over to Martise, who just hit that one. Now he's going to feed Harper for a three. Not there. 10-8. Coming out of there with it. White House Heritage past the timeline guys. White goes ahead. They back out of it as we pick up the break. Teasley sets the court 1-4 across. They bring everybody, most of the guys out wide. We deflect the handoff. It goes off of Bale. Martise out there with the quick hands, and we get the turnover, 10-8. Good defensive reaction so far by Nashville Christian.
Yeah, and to say Martise with the quick hands is redundant, coach. His hands are always quick, and
that's kind of obvious.
That's just kind of the way he plays, and got us a turnover right there as well.
We come up 2-point lead, 1:51 to go. Checking in is Brandon Smith, the freshman, brother of Donovan. Cannon takes the ball down. They squeeze that time and keep him out of the lane. We got 5 out, ball screen action. Donovan kicks it over to his brother, and they let him get away from Muff there as they bring it back out to Donovan between the circles. Wants to go one-on-one, penetrates to Cannon. Long range, trifecta, no good. But Donovan gets the deflected rebound, drives down the lane. Good to extend the lead to 4, 1:19 to go. Donovan coming up with the loose ball. Nice job. Fights off the ball screen, picks his man up. Now they're going to post Martise, and that is a rough call as Bale made a spin. Martise went to the floor, and that's either a charge or a no call.
Well, I think Martise set that up and then may have overplayed the contact a little bit, and so I think the official that time was just kind of
going to call something.
More going to call that on.
Boy, Martise is battling Bale in there now, pushing and shoving, and he goes out there again, and this time Bale takes the forearm, levels Martise, and so Martise got it back, and so we take the offensive charge, and 1:09 to go. We'll bring it up. Martise with making some nice defensive gems here, along with a trifecta from downtown.
Yeah, a minute to go. I anticipate, and I think Heritage anticipates maybe that we're going to pull this out for one shot, and they've made some substitutions to get some rest for some of their starters. I don't know if we'll push the action right here or not with the advantage.
Martise left hands it over there to Anderson, who drives left-handed, and they're going to put the hand check on him. Number 50 who was just checked in, and we didn't get his name.
No, and I think that's the thing. I think coach put him in with under a minute, thinking we might just pull it out with a lead, and instead we need to attack while we've got some athletic advantage on a couple of these guys.
His name will be number 50, kind of like the Washington football team. 55 seconds left. Donovan backs out of there between the circles.
Just calling
bounces right here at the – a lot of hands there on Cannon. Clears it. Cross court Donovan, 45 seconds to go. Let's see if we go for one. We're in a 5 out and maybe content to hold it if they let us. Now number 50 comes out to get Cannon. Cannon's going to take him. He can't guard Cannon. Cannon got bumped but lays it up off the board nicely on the left-hand drive to extend the lead to 6, 25 seconds to go. White House Heritage probably in a little bit of surprise mode. Francis comes up, gives to Friel.
And now with
you
this
guys
team, they've got
there's a ball screen over to the big guy. That's number 50. Back cut there. Now taking the ball down the lane, nothing there. In trouble, Francis. We throw it away. Jalen's got it. 8 seconds to go. Plenty of time. Takes it over to Brandon, but it's deflected out of bounds with 5.7 to go. KY to check in.
Coach, what I was saying, they put their defensive sort of stopper team in for the last minute of the half, and so when we got the early basket, they don't have their offensive team in, and so they don't have a good shot, force a turnover. Now we get 2 possessions instead of 1.
5.7 to go. Into Brandon, back to Donovan, drives baseline, 3 seconds to KY. Fake pumps, no good.
Foul.
Thought he got hit again. They're going to shoot a long range that's short, but a good first quarter by Nashville Christian, holding a good White House long Heritage team to 8 points, putting 14 up. We take a 6-point lead to the first quarter, and good effort there in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I think coming out, like we talked about earlier with the girls, this is the 3rd game that we've had this week. Again, 2 region games, Tuesday and Thursday, and so to finish this off now against a non-region opponent in Heritage, which is a good team and going to pressure us and plays hard, and we had a great opening quarter right there, and I thought the end was really showed our maturity,
Right.
and showed our growth just into understanding the game to, attack that defensive set that Heritage had in when they didn't have their starters in, and it turned one possible possession into really two. We had a good look at that right there. I thought KY got fouled. It would have been nice to kind of make them pay a little bit, but either way, we got the 14-8 lead.
Well, Cannon on the drive. They had the wrong man on Cannon. There's no way he could guard him in a paper bag, so we extended to 14-8.
Going to be KY, Matt McClary, Donovan, Martise, and Cannon. So our starting five back in. Heritage actually comes out with the same five they ended the quarter with. So
right. Well, that's interesting.
Again, not and I haven't seen these guys a lot, so I don't know for sure. But I know their first five were the long, rangy group, and the guys who had some good shots. Maybe these guys are scrappy and shooters as well. But
they've got Brandlin in there, who was a starter with them. The others came off the bench. Martise, nice drive.
Yep.
He's hammered as he lets go of the ball, and they're going to give him two. So White House Heritage again. Also, in a non-district game, sometimes you do some additional subbing you might not do in a regular season game.
Good point. Well, they do have, I think, 10 seniors on the roster. So some guys that have played a lot of basketball, so shouldn't shortchange that, I guess.
Martise rims that one out, 14-8. He hit a three earlier. He's had some good defensive gems tonight. He'll eye the mark for the second one. We're up 6. Make that 7. Good. 15-8, 7:45 to go. Francis off the bench running the show. Number 12, Brummett, pops out to get the screen, looks inside for Brandlin. Nothing there. Now he comes to the high post. Brandlin mishandles it, looks for a cutter off the high post screen. Stepping out is Friel. Friel gets a ball screen, but I think he lost his dribble. They're struggling to get it inside. They finally do to number 50. 50, guarded by Martise, takes it up and lays it up nicely good as the big football body takes it in there. We throw it away. Coming out of there was still is Francis. Gives to Friel, bangs it off. No good. We fortunately avoid the two. Coming out of there, Martise. Left side to Cannon Anderson. Wants to go baseline. They checked him. And we'll get another foul called on number 50. Again, sorry if his parents are watching, we did not get his name down here. Bale set to check in.
Well, as long as that's the matchup, Cannon's going to take that to the back. And at this point now, somebody's got to come over and help. Now you get a chance to get the ball across, to the far block, or maybe coming down from the elbow and get a little easy shot there as well.
5-point lead for Nashville Christian, 7:04 to go. We've had a good first quarter, and now we're into the first minute of the second. We screen for Anderson, comes to the corner, and needs to get it out of there, and does. McClary is checked back in, top of the circle. Sutter steps back to Anderson. He wants to go one-on-one. Number 50 still on him. Like to see us flatten out, let Cannon go one-on-one, and that may be what happens here. Gets it, he wants to take him. He gets hand-checked again and fouled, and so Cannon is intent on taking it.
Yep.
The basket went in. Are they going to count it?
It's on the floor.
They count it on the they're going to put it on the floor.
And that's 3 in a hurry on that guy. So if that's the normal rotation, now he's not going to be able to finish that.
Right.
And we already had the ball, so no
out to McClary. McClary gunning a three.
And a foul.
And he got fouled also. So McClary will go to the line as White House Heritage committing some early fouls here with little reaction from their bench. The coaches are a little bit stoic over there right now as we have gotten a 5-point lead, and McClary could make it 8. He made it 6, stringing the first one. 6:44 to go. He nets the second one, 17-10. McDonald checks in for number 50, who's just gotten into a little bit of foul trouble trying to guard Anderson. We said earlier, I don't think he can guard Anderson. McClary gets the trifecta the old-fashioned way, 18-10, 6:40 to go. Coming up, handling is Francis, guarded by the general. Ball screened by Bale. Then he floats back in, and then McDonald comes up to get one. They try to get it in, but Anderson steals it, but it's deflected back, and they're going to get a nice up and under layup by Bale as he wanted to dunk it and then had to adjust the ball in midair and did a nice job cutting it to 18-12. 6:18 to go. The general, guarded by Francis, gives it up to Jalen. Jalen left hands it, hits KY on a cut. KY lays it up good.
That's so
as
good.
he slices down that lane and lays it up nicely off the board, leaning in to give us an 18-point lead.
Such a strong
6:03
move.
to go right there. And they take it inside. Anderson's going to get fouled against, put a foul on Bale.
That's okay.
So that's our third foul. and they will set the baseline play.
What that is frustrating, and that's Cannon's second foul, so he's going to come out. Martise, but that's going to frustrate them. They're going to feel like they have the length advantage, and if we keep frustrating them inside, that's going to be benefit to us. Nice
man-to-man pressure as they struggle to get the ball in, and Francis here to get it. Teasley set the check in, and then we've got. He laid the ball down. He didn't lay it down in time, and so he gets the walk.
Well, he was going to
go
right.
Teasley comes back in for him.
He was going to go right off the screen, then decided to take the screen and go left, and changed his mind right before he dribbled the ball, so he did travel.
Teasley checks back in. He was the starting point guard, 20-12. And now Teasley and Bale are the only starters. No, I'm sorry, McDonald also started. So they played a lot of people here early. Donovan, one-on-one in the corner to Jalen to McClary. Did he make it?
No.
Off the rim? No good. But nice board put back up there by KY. No good. 20-12. They come out of there with it, rolling past the timeline. Nice jump stop. Cross-court pass to Brummett. Brummett fakes and gives to Teasley, who sets the court. Teasley guarded by Donovan. Donovan playing 15 feet off of him, and now a foul called on frustration, as you were talking about.
Yep.
Bale gets the shove off away from the ball, unneeded foul, and he is frustrated.
I tell you, that's the key when you're playing against that length is just bug them to death, and then you'll get those frustration fouls.
And we are popping them inside, and they're getting a little frustrated. 20-12, 5:14 to go. Donovan Teasley's also playing off Donovan. So Martise looks for the nice backdoor to Matt McClary, lays it up off the board. He should have changed his shot. May have gotten tipped.
Yep.
They deflect it back in. They're going to save it. Coming past the timeline is Brummett. Brummett roaring, holds up, left side, over to Bale. Bale in the corner. Now he gets it back. He's going to try to take it in the lane. It's stripped away by Martise. Picked up by McClary. McClary back to Martise. 20-12, 4:47 to go. Martise backs out of there, gets the call from coach. Donovan now sets the court as the point guard. We set the play. Donovan back to Jalen. Jalen goes one-on-one, a little weave action, and they're going to force it a little bit. We come out of there with a turnover, and Bale gets it across. Here comes Teasley. He ran over somebody, but we weren't quite set. So he came through barreling down the road with elbows sticking out, and that could have been offensive there.
He was leading with his elbows, but we
really
weren't
was.
set, so however you're going to call that.
That's a tough one there.
Tough one.
Y'all can probably rewind it home and tell better than we can.
That was on the floor, so they'll be inbounds underneath the basket. Here comes the starting five back in now for Heritage.
So they're playing a lot of people here early.
And Coach, another thing I've noticed on the offensive end is that Donovan's first step is going to beat Teasley every time so far. And he's got that little hesitation, kind of jab step crossover, and Teasley can't quite keep up with that.
Shot put up by Bale from the elbow, nicely made out of the inbounds play. 20-14. We approach the halfway point of the second canto. Anderson has been played off of now. They're going to make him shoot outside. He does and says, that's okay, I'll take it bottom. 15-footer. That time, Branlin played way off of him. I'm sure it was either Branlin or Bale. I forgot who was on him.
Branlin, I believe.
Yeah, he played way off of Anderson. I don't think they can do that. I don't think they can guard him right now. They whip it around, do a baseline screen. We pick it up nicely, packing it into the lane. They cross court and skip. Jacking it is Bale, and he hammers that one home.
I think we got to be aware of that. He's going to be the skip pass option, and we got to be aware of that and get really hands to the face in a hurry.
22-17, good ball game here on a cold COVID night. We hand to Harper. Harper right back to the general, and then Harper sets the ball screen, and Coach Dustin calls the play. KY comes out, sets the ball screen, but Donovan denies it and has the ball rejected slightly. The ball hung on the floor. Nobody got it for us. Teasley comes out of there with it. KY picks up the driver nicely in the corner.
I don't think we realized that ball was deflected.
I don't either.
It came off a little funny, and nobody was really in position to go make a play for it.
Teasley wanted the three, wanted to feed. Branlin doing a good job. Cannon inside. Again, we're mismatched on height-wise. We're having Cannon fought nicely, but nice. KY there with a nice help side comes over and gets it. We had a good job of fronting and then came over with the help side. Donovan with a 5-point lead takes the ball to the right side. We get Matt McClary coming off a double screen. Nothing there as they pick it up pretty good. Matt between the circles. 2:31 to go. Matt double team back to Donovan. They shouldn't have left him into the lane. He's going to skip across Harper. Harper downtown. It's going to be air. And the loose ball scrambled on the floor, bouncing around their legs like a foosball game. McClary comes out of there with it looking. He's trapped in. Good timeout by Coach Dustin Patton in a 5-point lead as we had picked up our dribble in that corner. And, Coach, we played well.
Hey, Coach, I love the way the attitude our guys are playing with. You know, just a great spirit about us. We're really aggressive and you know, understand that we're going to, you know, pick up a foul or two here. We might even have a little turnover there where we're aggressive to the basket. They've got the length, so they've deflected a couple of shots, but that's not scaring us away from shooting the ball. And we've been a nuisance to the guys, you know, that have the length advantage, and it's becoming a frustration point for them. Now they're still in it. It's just a 5-point game by the score. But I think just in terms of the way the game's been played, we've outplayed the competition, and they're just good enough to be hanging around. So we got to keep doing that and take it into the half right here. 2 minutes to go. I want to finish the last couple minutes of the first half, the first couple minutes of the second half. Here we go.
Martise to inbounds to an open Cannon Anderson as they're playing off of him. We'll see if Cannon wants to go one-on-one again against Bale.
Well, and Teasley's out now, Coach, so they've got their backup defender in on Donovan Smith.
A little trouble getting it in. They kick the ball. We'll reset. That corner is a tough place to bring the ball in. Always hate to try to run a play right there.
It's not the sideline and it's not the baseline. You know, it's just a weird spot.
And we get into KY. KY back to Martise. He backs out of there with it. Just over 2 to go in the first half, 22-17. Martise, a little between the legs, Meadowlark lemon dribbling, hands to Cannon. Cannon takes it all the way and lays it up. No good, but he is hammered to the floor. Bale goes over to help him out, hammering him hard, but I don't think they can guard Cannon Anderson.
Well, I think what you're seeing now, and you mentioned that that Bale went over there to help him out. I think you're seeing their frustration now turn into respect. They understand that we're playing well against them, and you know, Cannon's going to go left 90% of the time, but he can go left and elevate and finish or draw the foul, and then when they were anticipating him going left, he stepped back to the right and hit about a 12-footer.
Cannon eyes the mark, makes the first one, will eye the mark for the second one. Left hands it up there, and it rims out. 23-17, and a foul called on KY. Kind of a needed foul there because they, but fortunately they're not in the 1-and-1 yet. Jalen Marsh will check in for Cannon Anderson, who's had a nice first half. 23-17. We'll put them in the bonus the next time we foul. We're already in the bonus.
We'll be in the double.
We'll be in the double on their next foul, yes. Teasley back in, Coach, and he's receiving a ball screen.
Got
then flaring back out is Bramlin.
Right there.
And so he's got it back out top. They try to bounce in, and they do nicely to the big guy who throws to the corner, driving the ball, laying the ball up. It's no good, but before he did, number 30 charged. Teasley ran over us, and so we're going to get the ball on the turnover, 23-17, 1:41 to go. A chance here to increase that lead. We've had a good first half, and we've played several people here.
We have 23-17, you know, and we've gotten a lot of good looks at the basket. You know, I'm not, you know, if I had to choose the thing in the first half that was most impressive, not really impressive, but I'm most pleased to see is the way KY is going strong to the basket when he's got his post against some guys who have length and can play in the post.
Yeah, we are out-length at every position. We hand to Jalen. Jalen right back to Harper. To Donovan. Will he gun the three from there? Back to Harper. Harper, they pick him up pretty good. Clears back to Donovan. Donovan cross court to Jalen Marsh. Marsh takes in the lane to Martise Edwards in the corner. Edwards drives, jump stops nicely, kicks out to Donovan. Donovan lays it down. Gets in nicely to KY, who lays it easily off the board. Good.
Great
25-17. 1:08 to go as we played and read the defense perfectly that time, stretching the lead to 8. Exactly 1 minute left in the second period. Jalen fronts their big man. They decide not to go to him. Then Bramlin comes out here and loses the ball. KY picks it up, gives to Donovan. We will slow the court and possibly tick it down to the last second. 45 seconds to go. Donovan hands to Edwards, who will hold the ball. Let's see if they come and get him. He's being guarded by Guys White. I don't think he can guard Martise. Donovan now being guarded tightly by Teasley, who better be careful. 35 seconds left. They are extending their pressure. Number 22, Guys White, again, I don't think he can guard Martise Edwards. KY, they've got the length, but I do think we have some advantage on the one-to-one personnel as far as quickness. Jalen Marsh with the ball. Gives it over to KY. KY with 15 seconds left will set the court for the play. Donovan Smith brings it out down to 11. 10 seconds. We've ticked it off nicely. Donovan hands to Jalen Marsh. Drives into the lane. He's going to take it up left-handed. Did he lay that ball up off the board? Good. And he was fouled. 25-17. Nice play. Increasing that to 10. A little slow on the scoreboard over there. 27-17. 5.4 to go. And we set it up nicely, and Jalen in traffic, and he rims it out. 4 seconds left. Here they come. Bring it past the time lapse. Number 50 pulls up from 25 and knocks it home for his first basket. And what a three he made to seize back a little bit of the momentum. But we had a great first half, 27-20. Coach?
Well, I'm not going to say that was a lucky shot because he certainly, has probably shot from there before. But,
it's tough. It came on a rim out of a free throw that we almost dropped.
Yeah, and, we didn't get a chance to get some substitutions in there that would have given us a chance to set a defense.
We were going to set the defense.
But 27-20, if you'd have told me that coming in, just watching warm-ups and knowing this was our third game of the week and a non-region game, to see that is really exciting to watch our guys, just the way that they're playing, the attitude they're playing with, the teamwork that they're using, and, the way that they're listening to what Coach Patton is installing, and they're executing those things well, and we've got a 7-point lead in a game of this magnitude.
Same thing, same feeling I had, Coach, to say you want to take 7-point lead at the half, I'd take it in a million years. So right now we've got coming up into our press box is Lizzie Lacey, one of our many injured players. We're going to, Lizzie, let you get on the headphones here. Lizzie was injured in the JV game, and now you're our fourth player injured. Lizzie, tell us about the bad break on the break.
Well, so I broke it in 3 places. Possible surgery.
3 places. Good night.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Well, we've got Cammie out. We've got Riley out. I understand Emma strained some ligaments. Is that right?
Yes,
Tendons?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully she'll be back by next Friday. But you don't know about surgery yet, right?
Don't know. We'll probably find out tomorrow. So
well, your mother just showed me the X-ray, and it's not pretty.
it is not.
It looks like kind of like how I used to slice carrots for my salad there. Did not look good at all. So I pray you'll be back for the tournaments anyway. But I heard I didn't get to see the JV action, but you had some good hustle and actually injured it going after it, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, sorry. That's unfortunately basketball sometimes. But hopefully you'll be back, and we need you back in the rotation there.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming up and joining us. Lizzie Lacey carrying a D- average in my class, and we're really proud of her. Coming up in the she's straight A's, not struggling too much in my class, and hopefully she'll be getting some scholarship help, I imagine, here in a year or two. So that'll be great. Thanks for coming up and joining us.
Yeah, no
All
problem.
All right. Thank you, Lizzie. We'll be back in a few minutes. At halftime score, Nashville Christian boys leading White House Heritage Patriots 27-20. We'll be back in a few moments. It's Mike McPherson with Coach Jeff Brothers bringing you the action on a COVID-restricted night in an empty gym. Not totally empty. We got fans from White House Heritage and from Nashville Christian, just parents.
One per player.
One per player. We got 50 of you listening and watching at home, and glad we've got this
50 households, Coach. 50 households.
Yeah, that's right, because they're, like you said, 8 or 9 are around.
They've gathered everybody on the cul-de-sac to come, and they've probably got it on the big screen in the garage, in the man cave.
Right. And
Yeah,
they're
fire
probably
pit.
turning down the sound so they don't get irritated. But we've got Andrew Atkins is producing this, and our cameraman, I can't see who it is. Kai Owens, oh, that's right. And Jake Stubblefield doing the graphics, is that right? Okay. So with a 7-point lead, Nashville Christian will go back on defense as White House Heritage will inbound. We go back into our somewhat of a soft man, a nice containment with their length. We've got to do that. So good coaching move, and they get it in, but they're going to call a foul on Anderson as he got trapped behind their big man Branlin and gets the quick foul, and we do need to avoid foul trouble.
Yeah, I think that's 3 on Cannon, so that would be the one that's getting close.
Now they're going to go right to him. Cannon got around nicely on the front. Now they're going to gun the long 3. It is off the – no, it somehow went back down into the hoop. So that's a big play for them. They've scored 5 here quickly with the 3-point 30-footer at the half, and then that – so they've scored 5 quickly in a short amount of time to cut it back to 4. So Cannon will try to go one-on-one, takes it in, leaping leaner off the board, nicely made. 29-23. Coach, I've said it 4 or 5 times, they can't guard him.
No, and
White House Heritage quickly into front court. The hook is no good by Branlin and goes out of bounds to who?
Us.
To who? To Nashville Christian.
And I think that most of them are going to be in a situation where they have a height advantage, length advantage.
Donovan gets to McClary. McClary bumps and knocked down after he bombs the 3. Should have been a 4-point play, but he knocks it home 32-23.
Oh.
Somehow Martise Edwards gets a block on an obvious charge. And, oh, my goodness, I know it's hard to officiate, but sometimes I don't know what they see. 9-point lead as McClary shoots a 3 and is hammered to the floor like WWF, and no call. Inside, nicely run as they did that earlier. Teasley throws it in and then gets a screen on that's a great play. It's been around a million years, but it really worked well twice for them. But the foul was on the floor. 9-point lead. He's going to throw it in again as they run a cross screen. Nothing there, but turning, laying it up nicely, putting the ball in his bail as he screams and then pops out and gets it. Now it's back down to 7. The general sets the court. 6:40 to go. Hands to Anderson. Anderson tries to go one-on-one again. This time he hands to Edwards, getting a screen from Young. Takes it into the lane, kicks it over to the general who bombs it long range, no good. McClary chases down the long board to Anderson. Anderson wants to go one-on-one. They pinch on him pretty good. Edwards, slices, dices, gives off to KY, lays it up. That ball, ladies and gentlemen, rims in. Bottom. 34-25 is Martise, who loves the assist.
And KY learning to expect it.
KY is now ready, got his hands ready. And Martise, I know, loves that. He likes to assist as much as he likes to score, probably more. Gunning a long-range 3 is no good. Martise blocked out nicely. No foul going over the back, but we secure the board with a 9-point lead. And I think White House Heritage is in a little bit of shock mode here as we have played an outstanding game. We get a double for KY, then back to Anderson on the down screen. Takes in the lane, hanging 15-footer is deflected, but they're going to call a no call, and here's Teasley in the front court with the ball.
Well, Coach,
Teasley
I'll tell you what,
pulls up. They give it to number 23, who hangs in the lane nicely, Branlin, and they just like that have cut it to 7.
Yeah, what I like, though, that Cannon did and that I think we can do, take it straight to Bale. He's got 3 fouls. See if we can draw the 4th here early in the second half and get him on the bench. He's the scorer.
Cannon takes it down the lane, hoops it up left-handed nicely, driving right, laying it back up with his left hand. He is a lefty. Extends it back to 9 as we counter punch when they hit us, and that's what we got to do in a slugfest like this. They lob it in. This time they get into the big man, but he short-changes it, but tips it no good. We hammer him as he gets it the 3rd time, and 23, Branlin will – are they going to put him in the line as a shooting?
Yeah, that's
so
going
we
to be
got him on the floor
with the foul. I believe that's his second foul.
Yeah, KY, I thought it was on the floor. I don't think he got it off. I think that's
on
right.
On the floor, yep, on the floor.
So Branlin, as he was getting ready to go back up, KY hammered him from behind. 36-27, 4:59 to go. And they run screen to screener. Oh, they do it nicely for number 2. McDonald, as he set a screen and then sealed right in front of the ball and put it up good and fouled to slice it back to 7. 4:58 to go. So a good inbounds play run that time. A White House Heritage. McDonald, after the made power shot, completes the 3-point play. It's a 6-point game. So we've had several classics here in the gym the last week. Looks like another one here that may go to the wire.
And over the years, some classics against White House Heritage back when they were in single A with us in Division I.
It was wild in those days. Back to McClary, top of between the circles rather, and he's going to hand to Donovan Smith, who will set the court at 4:35 to go. We lead by 6. We've controlled the ball game throughout. If you just joined us, ball screen handoff back to McClary. McClary fakes the 3, takes in the lane, kicks to Marsh. Marsh guns the 3. It's going to air. Donovan with an incredible save, but it was back into White House. Coming past quickly, Teasley. Teasley on the left side of McDonald, giving now to Guyswhite, no good. Donovan up high for the board, roaring past the timeline. He's already in front court. Martise Edwards, nice fake. Left handed to McClary for 3. Ladies and gentlemen, bottom, 39-30. McClary on fire, hitting that one from the end of Sawyer Brown Road. Good.
And Coach, my overwhelming response tonight is I love to watch our team play as a team tonight. I mean, was talking with someone with Coach McClary at halftime, just talking about how about 8 days ago we were kind of at a tipping point with the season, with our team, with just sort of the aura and spirit of our guys, and attitude reflects leadership. So credit to Coach Patton and his staff, Stedman Bell, Justin King, Kevin Quinn, and Jacob Ogle.
Right.
That these last 8 days have really turned this season, toward what we wanted it to be and what we felt like it could be. And to see our guys compete like this, if you'd have said, I know Heritage came out of the half frustrated. They've only scored 20 in the first half. They have put some in the 10 here in the first half or half of the third quarter. But we're maintaining the lead. We're answering.
Yeah, we are answering the shot every time.
Yeah, playing with them. And, I don't know how this is going to turn out. A lot of basketball left to play. But even, at this point, tonight, to me, success in that we've learned to play as a team and the style of basketball we want to play.
Yeah, and a modest 3-game win streak, but that's nice because we got embarrassed by Goodpasture and kind of were down for the count there, but bounced back off the mat and have come back royally with great intensity and team play, as Coach said. Now we come out with a trap.
It is.
KY comes up to get it the high post, deflects it away.
Great decision out of the break
side
right
comes
there,
down. It's going to hand to McClary. McClary takes it in the lane, backs back out to Martise. He's going to fake it, takes it in the lane, behind the back, spins, and Meadowlark Lemon brings it back out top. McClary hands it back to Martise. The bench from White House trying to bring their team to life, down 9. They've got to get some energy going. This is the first time they've really showed that on their bench. Martise Edwards going to hand to Jalen Marsh. Marsh takes it down the lane, kicks to Donovan. Donovan from downtown, no good. Teasley out of there with it. McClary will get the foul coming over the back. And so the defense that time for White House Heritage got the stop and then the foul over the back. So at the 9-point lead, 3:26 to go, third quarter, Teasley walks the ball in the front court. We're back in our man-to-man pack defense, playing kind of a sagging man, allowing the 3 but packing it in for the post feeds and the cuts. So left side here, Teasley looking for a post man. They're still posting him inside. Marsh doing a good job on him, then we're helping. Here's the lob. Martise helps nicely, but he shoots over with his length, gets it right over Marsh, cuts it to 39-32. That was Branlin, a long one. They just got a long team. Donovan Smith, left side, is going to hand to Martise, gets a double screen. Matt McClary pops out for it, wanted the 3, but they pick it up pretty nicely. McDonald gets him, they pull it out and hand to Donovan. Instead, no, he fakes it, now gives back to Donovan. 39-32, 2:37 to go. Coach Dustin calls the play. KY comes out to give the screen. Donovan comes off of it, gives to Marsh. Marsh in the corner to McClary. McClary looks, fakes, now lays it down, takes it into the lane. Cross-court pass, throws it away. got off his feet and committed too early. Taking the ball down, swinging the ball inside nicely to Guys-White.
We got a little out of sorts on that possession.
Job taking it down the left lane, then left hands it across, and now the bench coming to life along with their handful of fans. 39-34. Martise takes in the lane, whirls, nice, spins, puts it up. No good, but he is hammered to the floor, and Nashville Christian will go to the line in the person of Martise Edwards in a 5-point advantage.
Yep, and the bench and the crowd from Heritage trying to manufacture some energy.
Yeah.
You know, I think they sensed that their team was, not playing with a lot of spirit.
Exactly.
And coming out of the half and even the first part of the third quarter.
Martise rips the first one.
After that timeout, their bench started clapping to manufacture energy. You know, it wasn't in reaction to anything they'd done. And it worked to some advantage.
Right.
We got out of sorts on one possession and gave them a couple of buckets, but Martise took it back in control and is now at the line for his second.
Martise eyes it and strings the second one for a 7-point lead. 1:59 to go. We have led throughout. 1:55 and counting, 7-point lead. They do a little UCLA cut, step out, but drive baseline instead. Fading along that baseline is no good. Airing it, Jalen Marsh comes out of there with the air ball. 1:43 to go and a 7-point lead. Of course, Coach, I'd love to see us hold for one. That's kind of what I was sadly known for probably. Jalen Marsh going to head into Martise. Martise gets a ball screen from KY, but pulls back out to Donovan. We show good patience here. Donovan hands to Martise. We're still attacking, which is fine. 41-34, 1:21 to go. I think this is we don't want to get out of rhythm with this team holding it too long probably. Martise takes in lane, it's deflected away into KY, puts it up, got hit, no good. Struggling out of there, Martise chasing down the rebounder who came out of there with it. I thought Martise sickled it from behind, but they call him with a reach.
They're going to call Donovan, I believe.
Did they call it on Donovan?
They did. So that's
interesting.
His third foul.
So I guess Martise thought it was on him. I was looking at Martise, not Donovan, so it may have been a good call. I don't know. Going to the line is Guys-White, and he will eye the mark and puts it up there good. So this game is interesting, tight, close. We said it's probably going to go to the wire, and that's what we got. We've got did they give him the basket, that point? I don't think so. Should be. Okay, there we go. It's 6-point lead, 1:09 to go. Nashville Christian up. Teasley sets out. The second one bounces no good. The general up high for it, comes into front court, approaching a minute. Takes it down the lane, backs out, gives to Jalen Marsh. He'll gun the three-pointer. It's going to air. Martise tried to get a hand on it, but coming out of there with it is Francis. They hand to the long-range gun, who's going to be way short on that. They're struggling, miss it, but Marsh with the interception, and he had it deflected off of his foot out of bounds. And it will go back to White House Heritage. We're up 6, 45 seconds left. And McDonald, who just missed that three, quite short, hands it as they come into front court. Here's Big Brandlin handling it. We back way off of him. Gunning the three is short again, bouncing, almost got it to go. KY up strong. They're going to call KY?
No.
No, Donovan.
No.
Shoving?
No.
Oh, okay, we got it. I'm looking at when he pointed at that baseline, I thought he was saying they got it back. But we secured the board nicely. Marsh out of the game, 41-35. So a chance with a half minute to go up by 8 or more. Donovan pounding the ball against Francis into front court. We'll set the court here, 21 seconds. Harper sets a screen, then a flare, then a three.
Got it.
Then a bottom. 44-35. 12 seconds left. Big play. Harper setting the ball screen, then popping out. 8 seconds left. White House Heritage down to their last shot at the quarter. No good. Edwards comes out of there with it. Donovan, can he get it off in time from midcourt? It's no good, but we take a 9-point lead with a big momentum play there.
Yep.
44-35. Harper setting the ball screen, steps out, nails the three.
Shot with confidence. You know, that's something obviously that we work a lot on. We see it a lot, and we got the ball screen and then sort of the flare off the other side. And he's a great set shooter from range like that. And, Coach, we took the 7-point lead we had at halftime and extended it to a 9-point lead over the course of a quarter where we knew they're going to come out and push.
Right.
and throw their best punch right there in the third quarter. And we not only withstood it, we extended the lead. That's really good to see.
Really was, because a lot of times when a team feels like we underperform, they'll come out and pop you in the face in the third quarter. And they did come out offensively stronger, but like you said, we counterpunched everything they gave us and one more.
Yeah, and they got it down to within a couple of buckets of tying the game up, and then we just withstood the storm and with some good defensive pressure and some good hustle and got some good looks on the offensive end, and we've performed really, really well these first three quarters, and we'll see how it finishes.
Well, these first 2 minutes are big, but if they do cut it, we've got to keep our composure, but we'd like to get this up above double digits. 1-4 along the baseline. Here comes Martise Edwards. He's going to hand to Donovan, who's being really dogged right now. His brother Brandon's in the corner. He's going to yak that three quickly. Did not quite get the roll. Brandon, the freshman, wasn't afraid to shoot it. Put it up. Looked good, but didn't make. 9-point lead as Whitehouse sets a screen. Popping out and missing off mark again is McDonald, and he's frustrated. His shots are a little short, not getting the legs underneath his shot, and he's aggravated with himself. 44-35, and now Whitehouse Heritage has gone man pressure full court as the clock under 7.5 to go in our contest, and it's been a good one.
Coach, that's going to be advantage
double. Actually, he's get over to now Brandon, who nets this three this time. I was trying to talk about Martise beating his man, and he got it to Brandon, who nails the trifactor. It's 47-35. It's out to 12.
Coach,
and now hopefully we'll get a panic by Whitehouse Heritage. Down on the baselines, number 2, McDonald. He hands a big Brandlin, who misses on the high post shot to Donovan Smith, who relaxes the court.
Coach, we're going to have an advantage every time in a press man game right here against them.
Donovan gives to Harper. Harper takes in the lane. He's going to get the charge called.
Yep.
And might have forced it a bit. Wish he'd have just pulled up right there at the elbow. 12-point lead, 6:45 to go. Wouldn't hurt to melt a little clock. I think that's what Coach Dustin is mentioning. Right. We don't have to shoot right off the bat immediately, although Brandon did and nailed it home to extend it from 9 to 12. So Whitehouse Heritage still got a long way to go, but they are in a bit of a hole here. And now Martise is guarding their big guy inside. This is incredible. Gunning the three, no good again. KY strong with the board, hands to Donovan. Coach says to walk it up, 6:25 to go. We're up 12. Donovan over to Martise Edwards, who backs it out near midcourt. He's being guarded by Friel. Friel cannot guard him.
No.
Martise hands to Donovan. Donovan takes in the lane. Scoop up and under, no good.
Just a little
quickly out of there. Whitehouse Heritage coming past the timeline. They're going to give to number 50. He walked with the ball, gets it back out. Whitehouse Heritage struggling a bit. Back to him. He had a 30-footer at the buzzer, but he misses this one. Martise Edwards comes out of there with it. We're still up 12. We exchange missed baskets, so we're still okay, as the last couple of misses have not hurt us yet. Up 12 with the ball. Donovan backs it out, catches his breath, and Martise is looking to get a foul on the Friel, who's rather Francis guarding him. Tully backdoor to Harper, but he couldn't handle it. Saves it over here to Donovan nicely. Donovan gets it back. We mishandled it, but recover. So big plays by Nashville Christian to secure the ball in a 12-point lead. The clock ticking to the 5:20 mark. They cannot guard Donovan out there with number 50. He'll try to come out. Donovan right hands it over to his brother. Brandon gives it back to his brother. Donovan takes it into the lane. Will he take it all the way? He does. Lays up left-handed. Ladies and gentlemen, bottom.
Great move. Great move. And if we're going to play 5 out and they're going to extend into man, they're not going to be at the advantage there for sure.
49-35. Whitehouse Heritage needs a timeout. And a timeout they get with a score and 5 minutes exactly left in the contest. Nashville Christian exploding up with a 14-point lead, 49-35. And we've come out the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter with a smack in the face.
Yeah, and just great strategy. Great decision-making from our guys on the floor, so you can tell they're patient and poised and confident in what they're doing. And Coach Patton's got great change-ups, coming out of breaks, playing some half-court trap, coming out in the second half and recognizing now that they're trying to put the pressure on. So now we have the advantage in the one-on-one matchups, and we can get to the rim and take layups. And, obviously frustration showing from the White House Heritage bench over there, and they've got to be frustrated thinking they're coming into this game with a distinct advantage, and then finding out very quickly that they perhaps did not.
Well, the White House Heritage coach showing a lot of intense negative passion because he's chewing his guys out over there.
Intense negative passion.
That's a new term I just invented. I like that personally, but
that's what I'm going to say next fall when I'm
intense negative passion.
Intense negative passion toward the referees or
In White House, I mean, they're down 14. I don't know if it's enough time for them to rally, but it's still a long way to go. It would not be the only comeback like that in history. And immediately they come in with a nice play, but Bale misses a nice little junior hook. We get it back, and now they are in a world of hurt and in a panic mode, and we just got to be smart. And we're going to go with a line here pretty soon. Cross-court pass to Harper, and that's what we've got to avoid is a 50-foot diagonal pass, and Martise will come in for Donovan just to settle him down. And so apparently Martise, I don't get that. He was at the – well, no, I don't guess he was at the –
the ball was already in the hands of the Harris.
Yeah.
But, they don't have the buzzer anymore, and it's hard to know if they were whistled in or not.
Okay, 4:27 to go, and they're going to gun the three. Let's see if they can get it back. No, they don't. Here comes Donovan out of there with it, and he loses it, but then a foul called on Nashville Christian. As coach, man, we had a chance, have the ball with a 14-point lead with a chance to start getting some nails, although I know it's still a long way away. That's over half a quarter left, and going to the line will be Francis, and he gets a chance to cut into the lead with no time ticking off.
Well, we talked about this in the girls' game. This not being a region game, a great opportunity for us to have to work on maintaining a lead like this with 4 minutes to go. Sort of your 4-minute offense, if you're talking in football vernacular. What do you do to close out the game when you have the lead like this? And this is going to be an excellent opportunity for us to build for the future these situations.
Francis misses the free throw. Anderson gets it and then is fouled on the reach-in, so that's only the third foul on White House Heritage. We have 9. They'll be in the double bonus. They've got a long way to go because they'll have to start fouling us here in a few minutes.
Well, they'll be aggressive to the
McClary
ball.
Gets it into Edwards. He's going to be double-teamed, but he gets to McClary, who comes past the timeline. Royce to the middle. Gets it nicely to Harper, who clears back to him, and Anderson on top. Anderson takes it, is going to lose it on the dribble. It's taken all the way in, and the layup is blown. And I know White House Heritage is thinking, what else can go wrong here? And then Francis fouls his Teasley, totally frustrated, took it in, nobody on him, and he is just beside himself. 49-35. Donovan comes back in. Anderson out after doing a little too much spinning there. We still lead by 14. Jalen with the ball. Back to McClary. And let's see if we can melt some clock here. Donovan out top. And Coach Dustin, we get double teamed and we've lost it again. Martise hustling, knocks it out of bounds, but we've made another turnover, and fortunately they haven't been hitting.
Well, a lot of action, so we'd like to see some slower pace, but a lot of action on both ends. Fortunately for us, like you say, they haven't been connecting on their end. But look, great opportunity. We have not been in this situation often this year that I can remember. We're against a good basketball, almost a football, a good basketball team. We have a 14-point lead. We've got to maintain poise for 4 minutes. Not that there's a 1-minute game and we just close it out. It's 4 minutes.
Right.
There's plenty of time for them if we come unhinged and we're, flirting with some disaster right here. But we've still got time to – great timeout right here. Coach Patton's going to get them settled and get them into some strategy for the last 3.5.
We've been fortunate they have missed some point-blank range shots, and usually – well, you got to hit those in a comeback. And they haven't done it. So they're still in a hole, but they are siffling us from behind. They're getting some steals.
Well, the traps. We're not anticipating the traps.
And they have not been able to convert. So
well, and one thing about those traps, they are long. And those two long guys get on you with a trap. There's not a lot of space in there. We got to anticipate that and get rid of the ball before the trap gets set.
So they set a ball screen. A down screen for Brandlin, who comes off the screen hoping to get it, curls under. We don't get it to him. They're going to gun a three. They miss again. We've been fortunate. The ball's battled. They go inside immediately to number 23, Brandlin.
Don't do that.
Who lays it up off the board. Good. And we give up an easy basket, but on top of that,
who cares about the basket?
We foul, and he scores, and it's a three-point play. And so once again, we stop the clock and give them a chance to cut into the lead without any seconds ticking off the clock. And now it's a 12-point lead and a momentum seized a little bit by White House Heritage.
Well, and what they're trying
Brandlin to the line.
What they're trying to do is pound it down inside of Brandlin where they have the height advantage. Jalen's got a frustration foul. He had fallen down and got up, tried to hustle over and got the foul. You know, we can't come unglued right here. They're going to be
11.
Getting it to their players, which
Anderson.
are Brandlin and Bale.
Long one to Donovan. Donovan comes into the front court. They're scrapping after. Martise is getting trapped. Beats it over to McClary. McClary also, they're swarming us everywhere, and they get another steal. This time Teasley comes out of there with it. We're making a lot of turnovers. They're going to get it immediately inside to Brandlin, who loses it, gets it back. Friel wanted the shot. Brandlin gets it, backs right over Martise, gets it back, hits him again, falls back. Martise doing a good job guarding him. Teasley wants to drive. McClary cuts him off. He spins, lays it up, no good. They're going to call McClary for the foul, and with an 11-point lead, Coach, we don't want to keep stopping this clock.
No, absolutely not. And again, learning experience opportunity right here. This is how you need to be ready to finish a game like this.
It's a good game, a good non-region game to learn. Teasley, who has some frustration shots.
They're bailing us out right now.
They really are. They cannot get it to go. They're doing everything right on defense and can't do anything on the other end.
And we're kind of backwards on that. We're not doing well offensively handling the situation.
11-point lead. Teasley, did he cut it to 10? No. But Brandlin there
foul.
lays it up
Don't
good.
Foul.
And he scores. And now it's down to 9, stopping the clock. And we've got to just let him go. We can't stop his shot anyway. You just got to let him lay it up. And
you don't want a 2-point basket, but you certainly don't want a free throw on the end of that with the clock not running.
2:45 to go. You have to pick your poison, and you got to let it go. And now it is a 9-point game, but they rim out again. Martise high for the boards, and they had another opportunity. We lob to Adam Harper. He's going to be trapped. He's got to get rid of it. Lays it down, gets it over to Donovan, who's going to kick across to McClary. McClary almost walked with the ball. He got double teamed. Now he gets it to Martise. 2:30 to go. We're trying to melt it away. Gives to Donovan. Donovan kicks over to McClary quickly. He's going to throw it away. 2:23 to go. They come down the court. They're going to lay it up. They miss again. And here comes Donovan. Once again, they are not able to convert, and they foul Donovan on the backboard. We keep throwing it away. Fortunately, they're not connecting on their transitions, and I know they've got to be frustrated because they could easily have this thing tied up right now.
Yeah, and, basketball is a game of momentum swings. They haven't been able to capture that. We've held on to it kind of by the skin of our teeth. It's 49-40, 2:15. We've got the ball. We got a long, court to navigate right here. They're certainly going to be aggressive to the ball. They only have 4 fouls, so they can be aggressive right now because any kind of steal would be great. Any kind of foul is negligible because they got to get us ultimately to the bonus at some point in the next minute or so anyway.
Well, it's been an interesting game because so often I've been there on the good side and the bad side of comebacks, but I've never seen a team steal so many and not get to convert at the other end.
Well,
because they've had a chance for this game to be tied or ahead.
And that's a credit to our guys hustling back and playing defense, not giving up, not just pouting about the turnover, but really getting back and playing good defense and forcing some shots that they're not uncontested shots. I mean, we got hands and faces. We got guys still scrapping around on those post players. We're going up for rebounds. We're playing hard. We're just not playing smart on the offensive end.
And, Coach, I think one thing we need to do with all that pressure out here, we're going to have to take some chances and take some short-range shots by going all the way to the goal. And I know that's kind of a quandary and a paradox there. 49-40, Martise being trapped, gets it to Donovan. Rolling past the timeline, 2:08 to go. They're coming after him everywhere. Get to Harper. Harper back out to McClary. We are trying to play keep away, hot potato. Throws it to Donovan, gets it to Harper. We throw it away again. Here they come, down 9, 1:55 to go. Here comes the 3. No, we pick it up pretty nicely. They try to lay it down. Now gunning a 3, but a timeout called, unfortunately, because they missed the shot. But again, Coach, we throw it away with the pressure.
Well, just getting a little bit of a frantic, state. I mean, if you're open and you're in space, stand still. Because that's where the ball's going to go. And if you're open and in space and you move, then you're moving out of the passing lane, and that's kind of what happened right there. I mean, we're doing what we need to do. We're learning from these experiences. We're going to have this on film. We're going to be able to sit down and go back and slow it down and say, okay, this is what you do. This is what you don't do. This is what we did well. This is what we need to work on and improve on. And we're going to have this situation again where this is going to benefit us. I feel confident.
I would like to see us try to attack the basket. I know with the lead you may not think you want to shoot, but with all that pressure, I think we could get something to the hoop because that's how we've scored all night.
Well, at this point, if you can get that, you keep it at double digits.
And they lob it inside quickly. They lay up. They miss another one, Coach. This is incredible. Martise comes out of there with it. 1:40 to go. He comes out of there, gives it to Harper. Here comes the pressure. There's a lot of contact too, Coach. McClary to Martise. Martise comes out. Cross courts. We're going to throw that ball away. No,
we got it.
Donovan trashed it down. 1:30 to go. Comes out of there with it. Gives over to Martise. I'd like to see us attack the basket if we can like that. Good job of Harper driving the baseline. That's only the 5th team foul on White House Heritage. We will inbounds, 1:24 to go, 49-40. Checking back in is Friel. Sitting down is Bale, who missed a point-blank range shot, and they've had a bunch of them that didn't fall. Double screen for Harper. Calls around, then McClary. We throw it away again. 49-40. The turnovers here at the end are incredible. And then we come out with it. McClary, did he walk?
KY
he fell
knocked
back
him over,
on his heels as KY popped him.
That's great
1:15
hustle.
to go, 49-40 and a 9-point lead.
Great hustle by KY. Got back there, forced the turnover, just unfortunately just couldn't regain his balance and knocked Matt off balance. 49-40, we're in a good spot. We got to finish right here. It'd be nice to see.
Right. Gunning the long three. They miss another one. It's just got to be a lot of frustration. They take it inside. The hook this time is good, and they call a timeout, and now it's down to 7. It's spinning nicely is Brandlin, and White House Heritage, in retrospect, would probably better just trying to do that every time and yak in some of their threes because they haven't gone here in their comeback. As choppy as it's been, they haven't hit threes.
Well, no, and Brandlin got the ball down low, as well, and missed a couple and missed a free throw. So, they're just not converting, and we are just not protecting the ball is what it comes down to. And I do think it's good to see us work on that, kind of flow. I think you're right. I think a couple of times we've had a chance to maybe go get a layup and keep it at a double-digit kind of position, and we may do that now. We may come out and just work on holding it again. I don't know. But what we've got to do is be protective. We've got to just really be smart more than anything else.
And I think it's one of those things where you don't want to shoot an outside jumper, but maybe we can take one to the hoop, get fouled, and maybe a basket. But now White House Heritage has cut it to 7. It was out to 12.
Yeah, and we've only hit 2 shots in the fourth quarter, Coach.
We have.
We hit it, and they were early. I don't think we've even shot the ball in the last 5 minutes at least.
Harper to inbounds. We've got KY deep. White House Heritage in a man-to-man fronting us. And let's see what we do to get the ball in with 1:08 to go. Martise curls around, and Donovan comes wide open. They're coming after him. They reached, and we throw it away again.
They're trying
White
to foul
House
us
quickly in the transition, the 3, the long one. They miss again, but lay the ball up good in front. Francis.
Coach, they're trying to
They're
foul
down
us.
to 5.
It's
55 seconds left. Yeah, they were trying to foul us. They finally hit Harper, and they actually were attempting to foul us when we threw it away.
Yeah.
And we're just a little bit out of control here, and it's down to 5. We still have the ball. We've got to at least handle it for the next foul to get a 1-and-1 opportunity. Martise tries to come off the screen. We can throw it long, and we do. Donovan comes out of there with it. He's siphoned from behind, and they knock him down. Finally, he'll get to go to the line for a 1-and-1. The setting is this, 50 seconds left. We have lost a 12-point lead off numerous turnovers. White House Heritage has had numerous opportunities to actually be ahead. Fortunately, they have not connected on most of their transition steals. So we go to the line with 5-point lead. Donovan, who is the guy you would like at the line in this situation, has an opportunity with a 1-and-1. Eyes the mark. Deep breath, one bounce, cocks it, locks it, and it's off that rim, and here they come. They still leaves the door open in a 5-point lead. Here they come down. They're going to drive baseline, and they dump it inside KY with a nice deflection. They call him on the baseline. As KY went around the big Brandlin, as they went smartly to him, KY deflects it out of bounds, and it goes to White House Heritage. Brandlin looking for a shooter.
Bale is
they
the
whip
shooter.
it around, and they goes back into him. That's that baseline play.
That's off.
He misses it again, but the tip no good. They've had a lot of chances, and the ball will not go in for them. We knocked the ball out. 31 seconds left. 49-44 with 31 seconds left. They set the play. They go back door. They lay it up, no good, and we stopped the clock with a foul. Harper got beat on the inbounds play as Francis sprinted to the inbounds play. Harper not quite in a stance to get to the ball. McClary will check in. So it's 29.8. Francis with a double bonus. And he nets this one. It is a 4-point game. And that 30 seconds looks like 30 minutes to Nashville Christian. Francis will go to the line again as we bring in the sub. Anyway, it's 49-46. We inbound quickly to McClary. McClary is fouled trying to get the pass off. The White House Heritage folks thought that he got the ball cleanly.
And
so
Coach,
ahead 3, 27.3 to go. We just missed the front end of a 1-and-1. We got to make some of these.
Yeah, we do, and we don't need to jump to make the passes. No. Then you get in trouble.
You commit yourself when you're in that air, and that air won't hold you very long. And now Jalen checks back in for Adam Harper. So McClary, who has hit some big threes in the last few games, will go to the line with nobody guarding him. Can he make one without being guarded? He did.
2 possessions is big right there, Coach.
50-46 it is. It's 27.3 seconds to go in a classic. It's a shame we can't have a packed house here on a Friday night, but McClary eyes it, and he gives us a 5-point lead. Big play there, 27.3 to go. White House Heritage in a hurry. Here they come. They'll have to shoot a 3 now. Gunning the long one, no good, but Brandlin there lays it up good. 20 seconds to go. They get the timeout. Fortunately, we did not foul, but we now have a 1-possession game. 19.1 to go. They're checking on how many timeouts they've got. White House Heritage quickly off the bench with a timeout, and they have carved this 12-point lead
14.
down to,
it was 14 at one
excuse
time.
me, it was 14, yeah. And it was 14 for a long time.
Yeah.
It's down to 3 with 19.1 to go. So if you're listening at home, we got about 50 or so guests watching, and 50 TVs. With multiple
computers, probably.
Yeah, that's right.
There are no rabbit ears.
They're not around the RCA black and white there, with aluminum foil on top of the rabbit ears. My dad on top of the roof trying to adjust the antenna so we can get 4 channels. So it's 19.1 to go, but you are able to watch and listen to a classic unless you've got the sound down and don't want to hear this irritating play-by-play. 51-48, 19.1 to go. Harper to inbounds. KY at midcourt. We can't throw over with KY there, but he comes up now, and KY wide open, gets it, and they hammer him. Smart play. They let KY come all the way to the ball. Jalen will check back in. So, KY with a lot of pressure on the young shoulders. It's a non-district game, but you're not even thinking about that. This game feels like the biggest game of the year at the moment because it is. It's the one you're playing in right now. So with 18.1 to go, KY will eye the mark. He guns it. He nails it.
Oh, boy, KY.
Good. 52-48. It makes it, again, a 2-possession game. We can't foul. Let's see what we do defensively. He eyes it. He short arms that one. Long deflection. Here comes Teasley. Comes out of there with it. They're going to try to gun a 3 here quickly. We pick it up pretty nicely. Brandlin's wanting the ball inside. They're struggling with it. They gun a long 3. It's no good. It's aired. Martise gets it. We may have this thing. 5 seconds. They're going to let Martise dribble it out. And this game is over as we win 52-48 in a nice game to hang on. 14-point lead did dwindle, but, Coach, still a great win.
Yeah, a lot of great things to take away from that. We talked about early just the way we started the game, the energy we played with, the teamwork and unity that we played with, the cohesion on both ends of the floor, built a lead, kept the lead, learned some good things right there. We talked about, having a double-digit lead with 4 minutes to play and how do you finish a game like that.
Right.
I think we made some mistakes right there, and I think we're going to be able to learn from those, and you got to do that full speed, and this is a great opportunity for that. Credit Heritage for sticking around and fighting their way back into it, and then credit us again for getting to the end and hitting, KY, hitting those free throws, Matt hitting the free throws.
Those were really
big.
And I know the White House Heritage kids are leaving frustrated because they made all of the steals to come back and just could not convert. I don't know if I've ever seen a thwarted comeback, almost shooting yourself in the foot as you come down. so many opportunities that it's killing them, but
yeah,
it's a chance for them to learn too.
Again, I want to give us credit because
we got
hustled back.
Yeah.
We did not pout about the turnovers.
Yeah.
We didn't sulk about whether or not we got fouled. We weren't looking at referees with palms up. We were hustling back into the defensive half and
that's a good point.
Making some plays.
And when because they weren't wide open looks, they did come down. They did have some point blank range shots, but they were under duress. We fouled them a couple times on 3-point plays. Then they struggled getting some of the free throws. But we're going to let it go here.
Yeah.
I know.
4 in a row, Coach. That's really good.
It's a nice, modest win streak. We want to thank Jack Stubblefield. He is our graphics guy. Our cameraman is Kai Owens. And our producer, as always, is the servant, dependable Andrew Atkins. Makes all of this possible. And I want to thank Coach Jeff Brothers for once again the commentary. This is Mike McPherson along with Coach Jeff Brothers. And we'll hopefully join you next week saying thank you for your time at this time. Until next time at the Nashville Christian Gym on Sawyer Brown Road on this, the Nashville Christian Broadcast Network. Big win.